And I mean, because usually, like, we like bad movies, but we'll tell them like why this is socially problem. You know, like
Well, every movie you could do that with, though. Like,
Well,
exactly.
our
That's what
show.
makes it an easy show. Okay.
Exactly.
Like we watch a
Cha-ching.
movie, we like give each other a hard time, and we talk about like why Fight Club has toxic masculinity.
Which is a huge surprise to
And, like,
nobody.
all right, so you guys want to watch the Black Bear trailer and see Matt?
Oh, what a
Yeah.
surprise! What a
Bring it
okay.
on.
You're Allison?
Yeah, you're Gabe. Hi, I'm Allison.
Oh, I know. I'm Blair.
You're really pretty.
You are too.
You used to be an actress and now you're a director. Why'd you give it up?
I didn't.
So, do you guys have a plan for this place?
I don't really know what we're doing.
We were living in Brooklyn and it was getting so expensive. And we weren't really working, so.
I figured if I never learned how to cook, then I would never become a housewife.
You're really hard to read.
Yeah, you know what? I get that all the time.
Do you find it weird acting in your own films?
I actually find it kind of humiliating.
Roll sound.
Mark. Okay, whenever you're ready. Action. You don't think she knows what I'm up to? She's oversimplifying a lot.
It's just so rare to pick a real artist's brain. How can you make something if you don't have anything to say?
I have something to say. I just think the movie is the only way to say it.
It's like she can't stand the fact that I have a single thought about this world.
No, it's that I can't stand the thoughts about the world that you have.
This has been so fun.
You don't love me anymore.
Just leave me alone.
Now I'm wondering what kind of mind games you're playing with me.
He's my husband, okay?
Blair, can you
I'm
just
gonna go to
can you
bed.
calm down a little bit?
Me?
I've been lying since the second I got here.
You're in love with her. You are. I know it.
This is what you wanted, okay? This was going to ruin us.
Okay, cut.
I just want to be normal people again.
That looks good.
Oh,
That looks like a film.
That looks like a film.
we
What we were
both
going for.
we both want to know if you were the one who edited the trailer.
exactly.
No, but
See-
I'm in awe of the guy who did. It came out so good.
I have been thinking this since the first trailer for the Planet of the Apes that you played here. Whoever did the trailer for that maybe should have worked on more of the movie.
For some reason, I thought you were going to say whoever did the trailer for that did the trailer for your movie.
Maybe. I don't know.
That guy is 85 years old and he's
Yeah,
still
he-
getting work.
That looks like an exciting project you had, though.
you guys should have a "These Are Bad Movies" episode on that, and then have Matt
Well,
the guy on and
I
just.
was bad.
Now, only if he comes on to do it.
Yes, that would be the only way I'd do that to a movie I know someone was connected to.
Apart from the director and writer, my friend Larry Levine, I am the most qualified person to tear that movie the fuck apart. So
That would be
I
fun.
could do it. I love it, and I'm really proud of
That's
working
okay.
on it. But I've seen it so many times, I can tell you everything.
You should
But-
come on.
Well, maybe I will. That sounds
Okay,
nice.
There you go.
Thank you. But please, people, go out and rent it. I think if you're in the UK, it's on Mubi right now, that website, and I think it's still on for pay-per-view at your normal streaming places, like for pay-per-view movies right now.
Yeah, it looks fun and interesting. I do have a question about
It's a mind bender.
which I
Really?
like.
Yeah.
I have a question about your very briefly your sort of thought process when directing, because one of the biggest signifiers to me when something is going to be a bad movie is if the director or the editor or whoever cannot keep it under 2 hours.
Oh my God. Well, I wasn't the director of this. I was the editor, but as the editor, it fell to me to take our first cut, which was like 2 hours and 45 minutes, and get it to something manageable. But I will tell you this, okay? My 2 cents on this is I don't think there is such a thing as a movie that is too long. It's only a movie that's not good enough to sustain your interest.
There are movies that are too long.
But if you're saying it's too long, you don't enjoy it for some reason. So it's just not the length. I have seen movies that are 3.5 hours that I was wrapped and I could see another 3.5 hours.
Well, that movie wasn't too long for it, but
Right.
what I'm saying is it seems like there's a trend towards not killing your darlings, right? Like not cutting the parts that maybe you like but aren't fully supporting the story. Right.
Listen, I don't know who has the balls to do that these days with the way movies are financed, because we were pushed back on it. And this was a writer director, Larry Levine, who has, not a lot of clout, but he didn't have like final cut, but they respected his opinion. He was the writer, he was the visionary behind it, and everyone loved the script. So, but there was a lot of pressure to get it below 2 hours. I mean, we finally got it to. Here's an interesting process. We cut it down to 1 hour and a half, and then it sucked. It was like too much was gone. But one of the producers sort of said, let's just see what happens for commercial reasons. And then we wound up backing it up to about 1 hour and 45. And then it sort of found its natural place. But, killing your darlings is, it's not, they shouldn't be darling if you're thinking of the film as a whole. And as an editor, that's part of your job, is to say but even as you as the editor, you get attached to things. We worked on this for 6 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
I make it a point. One of my editing heroes is Walter Murch, and his whole thing is editors should never go to the set if you can avoid even reading the script. So you don't think it's got to go like this. You just look at the pile of footage and you say, how do we make the best thing we could make out of what is right here? And
that makes sense to me.
You were also doing it a different process, if I remember correctly, because you were on set editing this.
Yeah, but I never actually went to the actual set to see them we set up this crane and we did this shot. It took us to. So I would just be cut it, and the director, he's more attached to that stuff. We worked on it for so long. And that's that kind of darling, as opposed to even just I love this scene. There's all those other extraneous things that drive decisions.
That you just put too much work into it to see it come to nothing.
The sunk cost fallacy.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And so
I would have had to go to set because I would have been like, Aubrey Plaza, I feel like her and I would get along. We'd be good friends until she broke my heart. No,
that's why you weren't there. Okay.
Yeah.
No, but she's actually really nice. But actually, she went to a really deep emotional place. You'll never have seen another performance like this by her. If you're a fan of hers, this is Larry was showing her movies like Jenna Rollins and Opening Night and Women Under the Influence. This really kind of searing personal, exposure of her pain. So we left her all alone. Do not talk to her. Let her go to this place, because she went to a deep, dark place, and it came out great on screen. But listen, I love long movies, and actually, I try to show long movies to my film appreciation class, which I'm also here to flog. But I try to keep it under 3 hours. But some of my all-time favorite movies, Chantal Ackerman, she made a movie called John Dielman about a woman doing housework basically for 3 hours. And it is one of the most genius, unbelievable, mind-bending movies that was ever made. And it could not be one frame shorter, because the time that you spend with it is what's rewriting your brain to notice things that by the third act, you're just hyper aware of little minutia. So if you're using it right.
There are movies like that, but not every movie that hits theaters needs to be 2 hours and 2 minutes or whatever.
For God's sake, the Marvel movies are 3 hours long. It's just punching and punching and punching.
Yeah, exactly.
Although, I mean, to be fair, I don't think I think the Infinity War movie or whichever one, I always get them confused because whatever, they all blur together. But that last one that was 3 hours long was really well paced. Unlike, say, The Hobbit. There's a big difference between Seven Samurai and The Hobbit and
The Hobbit's a great example of there's Peter Jackson, who no one's telling him to cut his movie. He has the clout and the commercial sort of gravitas to okay if you want to. And
I
that
actually
tends to be
put
how
on
that
the
happens.
Lord of the Rings when I can't fall asleep.
I literally fell asleep during the Two Towers in the movie theater, and that's rare for me to fall asleep in the theater.